Hi everybody, it's Angel Medina here with a Late Night podcast, and I just want to do this video because I want to go over a blog post I wrote for the Hybrid Nation website called Am I, Angel Medina, am I a weirdo who likes creating fictional stories? So, and that's a question that I get asked a lot. And I even ask myself, am I a weirdo? Heck, I even ask myself, am I a weirdo? Am I one of those people who love the weirdest things or believes there's an alternative universe that aliens do exist or UFOs? That somehow that I'm able to, that things are not what they seem to be. So first off, you may be wondering, why am I even asking this question? Or, because, maybe if you look at my portfolio, if you're a big fan of mine, like some people might be named J.F. Fleming, I'm in a brain fog right now. I can't remember everybody, but everybody who's in my books, you can see my profile is mostly horror and sci-fi. It's the kind of books that people look at me weirdly for writing. I couldn't write anything else. It has to be sci-fi. It has to be fiction. Many people ask me where I get the ideas from. So let's put it this way. I have quite the imagination and the mind of writing things, and it allows me to numb myself from a tough reality. Because let's face it, who the hell likes Trump for president? I sure don't. I think he's a piece of shit, if you ask me. I hate reality. I hate this reality crap. I hate it. And I wish I could enter a world without boundaries where I could fly anywhere I want. We could stay underwater for a very long time. And we could enter any time period we so choose. Just like my first book, The 1,000 Years War. If you read that book, you'll be entering a world without boundaries. There are no boundaries. I created a world with no boundaries. And it numbs the reality. It numbs my everyday life. Although, to be fair, Puerto Rico is so nice out here that, reality isn't too bad. It isn't horrible. But, sometimes I do want to numb myself from politics and news. Let's just say I'm one of those weird people, those weirdos that will actually like to enter a black hole one day just to see what it does, just to see what would happen if I did enter one. Would I be straightening like spaghetti, or would I be taken to dimensions such as the dimension of illusions in the 1,000 Years War? If you read the book, you know what I'm talking about. The dimension of illusions, a whole different dimension of everything. So honestly, I hate what reality has become, and I would like a utopia. But I know that's something that couldn't be achieved in the imaginary world. There's no such thing as utopias. So if you ask me, I'm a believer. If you ask me, am I a believer? I will answer you that I do believe in the extraterrestrial. That's just the way I am. Let's face it, that's just the way I am. I believe in crop circles, and I believe there is life on other planets just watching over our heads. Does that make me a weirdo? Perhaps so. But I'm proud to have my beliefs, because I feel like I could just write about anything without any trouble, and might just come on naturally. I don't have to force anything. It goes back to the other podcast about mediumship, about the fact I'm a medium, and mediums have a special talent of being able to write stories out of nowhere because they're able to see things that normal human beings wouldn't be able to see. So this is kind of the same idea, only that not only do I believe in spirits, I believe in in aliens. Call me, like I said, you call me a weirdo. I really don't give a heck. So the point is to let others know, to let other authors know, to let readers know that sci-fi writers, we're a special breed. We're a special kind of writer. Not anybody could be a sci-fi writer. Just like I can't be a romance writer or a non-fiction author. That's just not me. I wasn't born to do that. I was born to write fiction, science fiction. Now I'm trying to get into political fiction, but it's fiction nevertheless. It's a political science fiction mixture. You know, one of my Puerto Rican friends who read my book called it a survival horror as well. Survival horror, science fiction, fantasy mixture. But, you know, I like mixing, you know, I like experimenting with different ideas. And that's something you can only do if you're a true sci-fi author. And as a sci-fi author, you must be willing to think outside the box. You know, you gotta be able to think outside the box. And that's why when many people love my books, I think outside the box. So the trick is, if you want to be a good sci-fi author, it's something you gotta be passionate about. You gotta have the passion for it. You know, if you don't have the passion for it, you're gonna stink. Your books are gonna suck, and I'm gonna be able to spot it. So in fact, it's the perfect genre if you want to numb yourself from Donald Trump the Crown, because it's really he's really a clown if you ask me. You know, just picture him with a crown face, with crown shoes, a tail, a red nose, you know. And imagine a Gruber, one of my alien Grubers, just tearing him apart in half. And that's his science fiction novel. When the Grubers took over the White House and ate Donald Trump up like he should be. Yeah. And it's not just Donald Trump, it's also to numb ourselves of the media garbage and the garbage music that will torture to hear now. You know, sometimes I get into arguments with my friends because I say I don't like music now. I say, why? I say, I don't like it. That's it. Accept it. And this is why I'm an author. So I could get away from all that garbage. And I love it. So, I'm going to leave you with this. To all authors out there, to all science fiction authors, to all science fiction readers, I, Angel Ramon Medina, believe in UFOs. And I believe in the paranormal. And I'm not ashamed of it. I am not ashamed of it. And as far as I'm concerned, I think it makes me a whole better writer. I think I'm a much better writer. Because I write from the heart. I have no shame of who I am. I'm not afraid of, I'm not hiding who I am. I don't care what other people think of me. I really don't. You know, and like I told one of my friends, his name is Quentin, cool dude. I don't give a fuck what people say, and he knows it. I don't care. Call me a weirdo, call me anything, call me a geek, call me any derogatory term you could come up with. I really don't give a hell, because at the end of the day, I got 4 books published, and the ones calling me geeks, you ain't got none. You haven't even done anything. So all I'm saying is, give sci-fi authors the respect they deserve, because we're very unique writers. We're very unique people. So to answer the question, am I a weirdo? Yeah, I'm a weirdo, but I'm proud of it. And if you're a science fiction author, you should be proud of it too. So I think that's gonna wrap up this podcast. I'll probably have another one tonight or tomorrow about traditional versus self-publishing. But until then, I'll see you guys on the next podcast, on the next Hybrid Nation podcast. So peace out and have a good night.